Welcome, Afro Kingdom. I'm so glad you guys stuck with us for the whole season. Today is the final episode of the Black Aphrodite Experience, and in this episode, we talk about making vision boards. And we personally will be making one live. But before we even get started, like and subscribe to us. So a vision board is a platform you put your ideas, your goals that you want to accomplish in the length of time. It's almost similar to a collage, but it's more organized than that. But when people who did not create that vision board, it's going to look like a regular collage. In today's episode, we're going to actually show you a well-defined vision board and how it matches with the goals and the passion we've been working on throughout the whole season. Me and Kai actually made a vision board before, and for the most part, for mine, I accomplished a lot of things on there, but because I wasn't sure how far advanced I should be putting it on the vision board, I just put my whole life on it. Like from the beginning I started that vision board to die. I literally put all that onto the vision board when it should have been within a year, maybe 6 months, 5 years, maybe 10 years max.
10 minutes.
10 years max, but nothing more than that for a vision board. Like every decade, create a new vision board because your goals and your wants and your needs are gonna be different from the last vision board. So don't redo like me and just put your whole life from the start you started that vision board to completely the end of your last day of Earth, because it's gonna be a mess. And it's you accomplish something, but then you'll see 5 more things on that vision board that you didn't get to yet, and you might feel discouraged. So don't be like me. Kai, how was your experience with your vision board? Did you accomplish anything on there?
No, not really. I don't. No.
So this was my very first vision board. What?
It's so bright.
Yeah, I wanted bright colors, and then you can miss it when you see it. But it's huge. It takes up the whole screen. I can't even show you that. And basically, I put my whole life onto this board, literally from me working on my associates to graduating with my bachelor's degree to traveling the world to writing, getting published, to my family. I would like to see a future house, a future car. I had everything from the bottom to the 2 dogs I want to have. Okay, I didn't have to put all that on there. So don't be like me. Kai, show your vision board.
That was a piece of hair.
Because you can't see it's close, not tall.
This was supposed to be my vision board for 2020, but that didn't work out. So
What did you have in 2020?
So, okay, let me start it over. So, what? I don't know. Honestly, I just put some words, to help me, I guess. And then I put some shrimp. Alfredo.
Food.
Yeah.
Just put on her vision board like she wasn't going to eat.
I had some chicken tenders up here, but I took that off.
Wow.
I had a room up here. I mean, I got that for 2 months.
3 months.
2.
Not really. 2 months and 2 weeks. Because I didn't come back to the end of March. So that's still 3 months.
So, yeah.
And some cool phrases that she wanted into her life. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think for my vision board? What do you...
You got a nice little house section over here. Got your little family section, your little bathroom section. You wanted a casino in your house?
Where's the casino?
Right there.
That was a game room.
Oh. Okay.
But it makes me extra money though if I did have a casino.
Got your little wedding right here, your little travel plans.
Well, I did that.
Yeah, you did that. You graduated.
I did that too. I got published. I didn't become a counselor, so that could have got put off, but it didn't.
Oh, well, you're working on getting your car.
Yeah, I got a license, so like we almost there.
You didn't get the dog, so.
Well, I need a place first before I can get the dogs.
You got your little room, sort of.
I didn't. Well, I was trying to get the whole house. I ain't just trying to get a room.
Okay. Anyway, you got this little kitchen area. Little. What is that? Is that a pool? No, it's not.
This is like.
Okay, that's a living room. Good job, Khiya.
Yeah, like living room, dining room.
Got your little movie area.
Yeah, I was gonna have a mansion apparently.
From the looks of that picture.
A big house. Yeah, I need rooms. Where I'm gonna put kids at? Like, hello. I'm working on that too. Okay, that was mine.
Those kids are gonna be my best friends.
Yeah, she gonna be the cool one. Wow, the other one's like, the other sister's like, oh, where am I gonna be an aunt? Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait a couple more years, man. Especially during the pandemic. But anyway, do you see how we had our we had different goals onto our vision board? I mean, mine was close to what a vision board, an effective vision board is supposed to look like, but it didn't have like specific timelines on it. So like it's like when I get it, that I click it, I'll put a check mark on it. But if I don't, I got time. Like I didn't die yet, so. But I can leave that on the thing. That's not how you should do your vision board. Because then you just don't have the same vision board forever. And then feel like you didn't accomplish everything.
She said, I didn't die yet. Okay.
And Khiya, her vision board, what inspired you to do your vision board?
I was bored, honestly.
So you had no motivation for, besides 2020? Like, what did you hope for 2020 to be like?
Oh, you know, I wanted to get organized and stuff, you know. That, you know, like, and be less stressed out about school, but that didn't work, so.
Yeah, the pandemic definitely, like, everybody did not put pandemic onto their vision board. Well, there's also blessings in disguise, so who knows? Maybe we might find, a lot of people might find that blessing. I mean, I felt mine a little bit, but we'll see what happens. And Khiya will find hers. So I went on this website called mindtools.com, and it gave like a well-detailed way to like create, establish goals that you can accomplish and that is achievable. Even though I know how to do it, I didn't know how to like fully explain it. So I went to like a site where they was able to like break it down in like smaller sections where I can explain it to you guys. So after I explain it, I'm definitely going to like put the link into the comment section so that out of the episode you can just click on it yourself in case you didn't fully understand what I was talking about. You can find it yourself. So one, everybody hopes to talk with this one. One, create goals that motivate you. So don't put goals that you just think sounds good. Because a lot of things sound good, but then when it's come down to it and you're ready to actually do it, your motivation is going to tell you whether you really want to do that with your life or waste time actually doing that activity. Like, I could put I want to be a doctor on it because that sounds good. Who says being a doctor is bad? Nobody. So yeah, it sounds good, but then when it's time for me to take those classes, it's time for me to like read books, try to remember all these terms, it's not gonna get accomplished. So I put down my vision board for nothing. And then I would feel worthless because I feel like I didn't complete nothing on my vision board because all the things I put on my vision board was things that my passion is not included into those activities. So, like the test we did for the career center, that's a career center. Like the activities we did, like the test we did on the career assessment, show you an idea of like what you're passionate about and like things you would actually be interested in going to school for. Now, those are the things you need to be putting on the vision board because it gave you a good, accurate account of like things that you actually like really like to do, something that you love to do, and then happen to get paid for. Those are things you need to be put on the vision board. So don't put an artist, but you like science. Unless you like art and science, then put it on there. But if you don't waste your time and put those items on it. Trash it. 2. What's your 2 at? Set smart goals. When we talk about smart goals, that means we want them to be specific. Goals that will motivate you, that are clear and defined. Measurable. Goals that you can measure your way, the step. You can measure the step. Shut up.
She's trying to sound all smart. Goals that you could measure. Okay. 2, measurable. The goals should be measurable because those are the goals that you can like see your way through. Like those are small goals within the goals. So if like I want to be a published writer, which is one of my goals, I would be saying 1, I want to sit down and write the story. 2, I'm going to get an editor. As I finish writing, I'm going to edit it myself. 3, I'm going to get a professional editor to read my work to see what's wrong and what's good with it, and so I can get it professionally correct. Because you wrote something, you might be a good writer, but you have to put your heart into it that you're going to be too emotional to find the errors to make it clear for other people who's not in the story. 4, get a publisher or self-publish. And then 5, get the picture, then publish it. You see all these steps is leading. All of these things are going to lead me to the final goal to be a published writer. So I will include all these 6 items that I said into my vision board. That's going to lead me to the main goal. So I'm going to put all 7 things onto that vision board. 3, attainable. Did this say right? Attainable?
Yeah, okay. I want to make sure I did say right. 3, attainable. Goals that you believe you can achieve. Like, if you can see yourself being a doctor, even though you didn't take the classes yet, but you can see yourself doing the work to become that doctor, then it's achievable for you. For me, it would not. But something in close to writing or being published, I can find that achievable because I like that. So I will work my way to be good at it. And if you're able to do that with that goal, put it on the vision board. Because if you don't like it while you're going through the process and all the steps to get to that main goal, you're not going to finish it. 4, it got to be relevant. Relevant means like goal that you will lead you to the direction to that goal, and it relates to those steps. So like when I say the steps of how to be a published writer, they are relevant. So within the steps, I didn't say anything about getting an illustrator, even though that is a step that you, if you're making a children's book. But if you just say you want to be a writer, a published writer, then we don't need to find an illustrator right now. unless you specifically say, I want it to be a children's illustrator, a children's book author. Then, yeah, in the line, down the line, then get the illustrator. But you don't need to put it in the top part, but it's all has to be relevant within that big goal. You hear my voice change?
Yeah.
And 5, time bound. Meaning, you need a deadline for all these goals. So, like, that's why I'm saying, when I say make the vision board within, like, 6 months, a year, 5 years, or 10 years max. Because if you say, like, oh, I had this goal, and you can put a 20-year gap, you know how much time you will wait because you said, oh, I got 20 more years to finish that goal. I got 20 more years for that goal. I got 5 more years for that goal. No. You need to shorten it because then you'll be more willing to, like, get things done now. Like, when you write a vision board, you say, okay, I wrote that. Let me rest. Let me think about all the things I just put on the vision board. I'm put it on the wall where I'm going to see it every morning. And then I'm going to start tomorrow. Because I keep seeing that vision board. I'm like, all right, I said I want to be a published writer. So that would get my step, like, I'm going to write today. So I'm going to give me an hour within this day and write. Every day for an hour at least. I'm going to write me like 130 words or something to get to that goal. Now, for you, it might not be a writer, but it's going to be something that you have put on that vision board, and make sure you have a timeline on it, like a deadline. Don't be saying 20 years to complete this goal that could have been done in a year. Then, now after you have got your SMART goals together, we had to put them in writing or through images. Since we're doing a vision board, we're going to use images, but I believe like just writing it down of like an idea will make it less messy when you do it on a vision board. Because like if you try to do it at the same time and I see it in writing, you're going to end up making a collage. It's gonna be cute, but then you're gonna lose sight of like the actual goals, and then just put like other stuff like, oh, this sounds good, this is it, and then it's just a collage, and then you try to remember what was the goals. You got to search through all the piles of pictures you put in it, and then it's not a working vision board. Sorry, Kai. That's why we learned today, and you're gonna make a better one. That's gonna help you for college or for high school, your high school year. So, and then 5, you stick with. So that means you put it on your wall. You're gonna put it somewhere you're gonna see every day. Like when we finish the vision board, we're gonna put it somewhere that we see every day. So like she gonna put it somewhere where she like to draw in the house, and I'm gonna put it somewhere in the room, in my room, because I'm gonna wake up every morning. I'm gonna see it. You should put it somewhere you're going to see every day. So, like, if you have your own bathroom and you're not in, like, a bathroom where guests come in, and it's your own personal bathroom, put it on the mirror. Just put it on the wall in the bathroom. Put it somewhere on your mirror, or just somewhere in the car, or somewhere you're going to see every day. Also, there's actual apps that you can make this collage on your phone. I'm gonna check that out, and then I'm gonna put those kind of apps, a link to those apps into the bottom of the comment section as well, just so you can get some ideas in case you don't want to have to do what we're doing, a physical board. You can have one digital, and if you make it as your screensaver for your home screen or your lock screen, you're always gonna see it. It's always gonna be there for you, and then also probably more effective than the one in the house, because then every time you turn your phone on, you see those goals. Now, me and Kai are actually going to make the vision boards now. This is the final product that we created at the end of the show. So before we even get started on making the actual vision board, we're going to actually get a piece of paper, and we're going to write 5 to 10 SMART goals, so that we make sure it's organized. What is some glue for?
clicky paint.
So for this step, when you think about these 5 to 10 goals, think about you did the career, you did the career test, and you chose, and then the activities you did so far, like the activities, programs you think about attending, and the other events, like then think about those 10 things as you're writing your 10 things. So for my vision board, I'm going to focus on like a year to 5 years time period. Khiya, what are you going to do?
Huh?
Are you going to do 1 year or 5 to 5 years?
1 to 5 years.
Okay. What, you messed up?
Yeah.
Why you just cross out? You got all this paper.
I'm just folded like that.
Make sure you remember your passions. You put 5?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay.
I'm gonna finish.
Switch.
Okay, so we decided to do Secret 5 goals. I was first going to think about writing goals related to 5 years from now, but I just
Sorry, he got in my face.
okay. So I decided to do 1 year instead of 5 years because 5 years, a lot of things can have changed for me because I already graduated school. So like each year I can accomplish a lot of things. So I decided just to do 1 year from now. For my list, I put write my first children's book. 2, complete all the chapters for my memoir. 3, self-publish my first children's book. 4, go across the country to attend book events. Create the second season of Black Aphrodite Experience. And I just thought about it. I'm having 6. We'll be getting everything ready so I can publish the memoir. So I'm gonna write that now. Okay, Khiya, what do you have for your 5? And what did you... So, what's the length of time did you decide?
I'm going to 5 years.
Okay, so she's going to do 5 years, which is good for her because she's in high school, so it'll give her a little time to like things she wants to do within these years. She's getting ready to decide on going to college, trade school, or finding a trade or something to find a career in.
You want me to read it?
Yes.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
I was very focused on this. Find a well-paying job, make good grades, get scholarships, enhance my art skills, and change up my style.
Okay, so like for my girl. So now that we have our list of our like SMART goals that we want to accomplish. We're going to make a vision board, but I'm gonna say like for like SMART goals, I think Khiya should get a little more specific, like a well-paying job, like where, like what kind of job?
I don't know, any job that gets some money.
Yeah, but like for most people, like you say that now, but like when you go to the work field, you're not going to stop any job. Like you could be working at McDonald's, but do you see you want to clean toilets?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you will not do that for money. What kind of job? Like job doing what? Like a counselor, like.
I don't know, nothing in fast food.
Okay, nothing with fast food. But, like, are you okay working with people?
Sure.
Not sure. Like, remember, go with the test, what we did. Like, what are you willing to do? You like art stuff. Like, what would you want to do for your career with your hours?
Not a night job.
Well, you can't do a night job because mom will not let you do that.
I don't know.
Like you can do hours as a teacher. You can do hours as a community thing. And then, like, job what year? Like, while in high school or, like...
In high school.
Okay, then most jobs that will set up, like, those kind of age groups, like a camp counselor, babysitter, fast food, or like a grocery store, or like Ross, TJ Maxx, and Family Dollar.
Okay.
So say something like a job that
I'll probably work at a department store or something.
Okay, so put the department store. You will go with you. Say you want Fisher style. Then a lot of people think like when you write the goals, it can be a little easy, but like when you get really down to it and be real specific, it can get a little hard, which is normal. Cause I had to think about mine too and think clear. Like, yeah, I said I want to write and get something published, but I had like. Publish what? Because I have so many projects that if I keep just saying get something published, it won't get published. It was I'm working on some project to the next project, but nothing getting published. Good grades. Well, that's good because she's in high school and to get anything done, so she can graduate, to get good grades. Yes, you like put graduating. Graduating because, like, yeah, you're getting good grades, but what the good grades won't lead you to is the graduation and out of high school. And get scholarship, we'll definitely get her in college. Do you want to go to college?
Yeah.
So I guess we'll keep these things, but we just gonna ask you to put the end goals to them. Like I was saying about the steps.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just saying, oh yeah, make good grade, but it's going to say like the good grades will lead to graduating, the well-paying job, like a department store, will get you some money. The scholarship to get you in college. And what's the fourth one?
Enhance my art skills.
Oh, okay, enhance my art skills. Okay. Do you have any plans for the art? Or you just want to become a better artist?
I want to become a better artist.
Okay. I guess say put the better artist. And change your style, like how?
Like clothing wise.
Okay, you gotta say fashion sense. Okay, now we're going to make our vision board. So for our things, for our vision board, we have each have a white piece of paper, large enough to put all your ideas on it. You can use newspaper, different type of magazines that you're not using no more. Like this one is the Washington Post magazine. This is the Washington Post newspaper. We got Oprah magazines. We got Weight Watcher magazine, Weight Watchers. We got Style on a Budget, Better Homes and Garden magazine. You can find it. You can find inspiration in different all types of magazines, like magazines you're not using, something collective, things that go in the recycle anyway. Best things to use, especially like the newspaper. We got letters. We got colored pencils, the glitter, 2 types of glue, crayons, markers, pens, Sharpies, a sharpener. Oh, there we don't have the pencil. Oh, well, we have a lead pencil. And that's it. We're going to get started. Oh, and of course, we need scissors. I get pink because I like it. So she got the tape too.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby scissors. They're so little. This big.
Okay, you got your list?
Yeah.
Oh, your list right there on the. So, and now we're going to make sure we have our list in front of us, so like when we start cutting, we don't just cut anything. We cut something that's like related to these goals of ours, so we can stay on track and put mine and something like something right here so I can see. What do you want to use first? Do you want to? What do you want to use? The newspaper and magazine?
Give me a magazine.
Okay. What magazine? Okay, I guess we can look at Oprah first. I'm sorry, I tried to hand it to you. What's that? The glitter? Okay. I'm tired.
All right.
So as you saw, Kai went and had to leave for a moment, but we're going to finish what I created and show you about the board. Then I'll tell you the rest about what we should do with the board, and then we'll come back and let her finish explaining what she did when she completed hers. Now when you pick your pictures, pick the pictures you think you want to see yourself. It don't have to be actual you, unless you want to actually cut your own physical pictures you took and then glue onto these images that relate to what you wanted to see yourself in those years. So I have quotes. I got words like I get to travel the world. And then it has images of somebody traveling. And then I'm just going to organize it in a way where it's readable to me. Like when I see the image, yeah, this is everything I want to say about that. I'm gonna do it in lumps. So for each goal is going center around one section, and then do it such like that throughout this whole paper. So guys, I have completely finished my vision board. It is, I think, amazing, definitely well organized, and I did my first one. So let me bring my list. So on my list, I wanted to show I want to complete all the chapters from my memoir, write my first children's book by next year, self-publish my first children's book, go across the country to attend book events, create the second season of the Black Aphrodite experience, get everything prepared for the publishing of memoirs. So, on my thing, I have put them in like groups, like I mentioned earlier, to make it easier, like what I want in with each goal. So I have like a letter from the editor. Maybe the editor like got my word. Editor reread my work before it got published and make sure I got it correct. I have these books, and then here's more books. So like while I'm working, I'm publishing and working on the memoir and going on tour on the children's book, I'll be working on my other books. Here's like let's meet, and this is like the community, because right now we're in like the pandemic, so I have like, of course I want to see face to face, so like going to colleges, going to book clubs, reading for children, because I want to do a children's book. So it's a picture of an author reading her children's book to a group of children. And then meeting adults that have community group meetings. But there's possibility of Zoom, of doing things online. So we got Zoom and or face meetings. And that's how I'll be able to like get the book out there and go in public. Then of course I want it on television. So that might be a hard stretch, but like if it's well known, and I want like of course Oprah, Tamar, a lot of other people.
Tamara?
Yes, Tamarin and Gail. And other people who like to like talk about other authors and like books about empowerment. And I have a quote right here in the community. Says, "I believe we can all come together to support a stronger, healthier, more abundant life," which is the main goal of my books. I want to get out there in the public eye. And then Oprah has a quote here, and I thought it was the best player right here because right here. Says, "Your real job in life is to figure out as soon as possible what your purpose is, who you are meant to be, and begin to honor your calling in the best way possible," which is the main thing I want when people like see the show, when people read the books, and then that's what I want to give out, showing people to find their purpose in life. And then if it's good enough, you might hit the Washington Post. You never know. Then I have traveling, because I want it go public, and I have like met with the community. I want to go out there throughout the state, like I mentioned on my list. So just luckily, I just found a picture with the whole United States. And then I put DC, Maryland, Virginia, because like that's going to be my first people I'm going to have meetings with, because that's where I live at, in the DMV area. And I got pictures of traveling at the pitch. And she's fashionable. And of course she's wearing pink, because that's my favorite thing. And then I want to go abroad. It might not be based because of my writing, but if I do get a chance to go abroad, then I'm taking the book with me. And I get to travel the world. And that's my ho-ho for this year, and my work for next year. But nothing more than 5. Definitely. I just say probably the hardest part of the creating the collage was like try to find the right pictures. Like you have the images you think you want in your head or the right words, but then when you look at these the magazines, the newspaper, and then the other pictures you're going to use and quotes, you never know what you're going to get unless you just memorize everything in each book, which I'm pretty sure you did not. So after like cutting it, and then good thing we had the list, because the list like redirected me when I was like, oh, this is a good picture, or I passed a bunch of pictures and I'm like, I need to look remember the keywords I'm looking for. So I went back to my list and I was like, okay, try to find images or pictures that relate to travel, about books, about like possible people I would like to like be on their show, talking about that book, someone who would be interesting, and like especially like when it comes to the memoir, if I get it out earlier, these will be definitely the people that you saw on there will be like the top 3 people I will actually put on there, but of course it's more people. And then of course we got to do the possibility, because remember we said that we got to be realistic. So like we in a pandemic, so like of course we want the like, in the normal circumstance we would want them to be in person, and that's, I always say I want to teach in person. I don't want to do it in Zoom, but we never know what's going to happen, and I'm pretty sure we're not getting any closer to a vaccine to like be able to be in person, have to take the mask off, but it's unlikely. So I have both possibilities, and that shows realistic. And we might also be able to be in person, but we might have to wear the mask, which shows a picture of the guy with the mask on. So I have all 3 possibilities in just one picture that shows just exactly what I want to do in the next year. And that's basically everything that I needed, and it covers 5 of the things I had on my list. I think I added one within, but it was similar to what I already had. It was probably like have Oprah or other famous celebrities that I into book clubs and want to like review books that changed the community, especially people of color. So this is definitely a great thing to do. Once Kai finished, we will like talk about her experience creating her vision board, what she came across, and was it easy for her, and what she ended up coming up with. So Kai finally finished her vision board, and now she's going to share it, explain to her idea and the direction she was going with when she was designing it, how much it relates to her list that she created before we did the vision board, and then her thoughts on the process and how and where she got to now. Okay, show us the vision board.
Okay, so we have my goal.
Hold up, wait. Sorry. This popped up. Okay, now start to the beginning.
Okay, so we have my goals over here. Some of them came from my list. So it says start working, maintain a 4.0, graduate from high school, earn scholarships, enhance my art skills, and change up my fashion. So here's some things I thought from the magazine were cute that fit my new style sense. Here's a list of jobs that don't need a 4-year degree, and I thought that was interesting. Here's scientists and doctors over here, because that's what I plan to go to school for and stuff. Here's some motivational words here that deal with jobs and stuff. And here's some artwork. And I included some makeup brushes because I like makeup, and that could be a form of art too. And
read this quote for us.
Oh, that's a lot. My arms hurt. She wrote it.
Shut up.
Paint in the can is like a genie in a bottle. It transforms whatever it touches. Beyond that, it's liquid gold, money in the bank that money in the decorating bank. For just a few dollars and a little time, Paint rewards you with big decorative returns. Turn these pages. Oh.
She didn't read the full quote, but we get the idea. Art is a passion, is a hidden jewel, and it is beautifully expressed by the person creating the art, basically.
Yeah.
So now that we're seeing you'll see it later, we'll put it together and show both side by side our vision boards. So what was your process to picking out the pictures and the words for your vision board?
I was looking for stuff that stood out and stuff that dealt with what I put on my list.
Did you find the process easy, a little difficult?
It was kind of difficult.
Why was that?
Because you had to really search for things, and it might not have been in the magazine you were looking for, so you had to go to a whole nother magazine.
Yeah, I agree. This is a little bit challenge, but it gives you creative to find an image that can get you close to what you set out for and the goal you have written down, because it make it easier. But you never know what you can find in the magazine. You can find a magazine about lifestyle, and then what you have wrote down, you can't find a perfect image for it. And then if you try to look for an image about what people of your race or background, yeah, it gets more difficult, because it was they only show one or two certain types of people, and unfortunately they don't have that many people of a lot of race. So you gotta be creative. Even though I know this is another race on there, but it gets the idea. This is my vision board, and I know even though I see this other person representing what I want to happen in the future, I see myself just like a mirror. You see yourself reflecting that energy. That's you, regardless of the image that you is, because that image is you, just in your head. You are that person, and that's your face in the picture, not them. So this was the last episode of the season of Black Aphrodite Experience, and we enjoyed your company, you tuning in for every episode, seeing what other things you can do to explore that passion and find that passion, because a lot of people are probably struggling to find that passion, especially during a time of the uncertainty, because we never know when a vaccine is going to be approved, when the vaccine is going to be out there in public, and then when it's out in public, we never know if people going to be able to afford to get it. A lot of people don't even have health insurance, so will the health insurance cover it? And then if people don't have the health insurance, will they be able to pay for it? So it was a nice time to explore ways to get that passion, especially people who's struggling about trying to find a job, wondering if it's worth going to school, while we still trying to figure out how we can save every penny we can, because we never know when the next crash is going to take place. We haven't really recovered from this one. People probably didn't even recover from 2008 one, and it just a hard time. So we had to get creative. So I hope this was an outlet for you, give you some ideas to try to find ways to learn your passion. If you have created a vision board before, how was it? From what we have done in this episode, did you get any ideas how you can create your vision board, or ways that you can make yours that you have already better? Me and Khiya, we made one previously, and for the most part it was a good start, but it's not something that pertains to us right now at this time, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people made vision boards last year, but how many people expected a pandemic to take place? We sure didn't. So that means this is the perfect time to make this vision board, because So today is the last episode of the Black Aphrodite Experience, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content as much as we enjoy creating it. We thought this was the best time to like share one's passion. I thought it was good to have Khiya as the host this season, since it's about learning your passion and she's at the right age to like try and discover herself, because we don't want to wait too late to find your passion, because if you wait too late, then you forever feel lost. You feel like you have to rush to find that passion when you wait too late, especially like you hit like 25. Like when people don't even know their passion, they get that meltdown because they don't know exactly what their calling is, or feel like they have to just work with their new responsibilities. And right now she has less responsibility, but she has enough responsibility to like get an idea like she should be wondering what she can do with life, and I hope she gained something from it. Like, what is your thought from this season as the co-host?
That's good. What do you?
How do you think this can benefit you this season for having you on the show? How do you think it will benefit you now, going on with the rest of like your high school years?
Well, it gave me a clearer idea of what I'm gonna do.
Guys, we have moths, so if you've been wondering like what we've been doing, like sleeping around, especially her, it's moths and it's moth season, and unfortunately we can't get rid of all of them at once because we got to stay in the house. Just if you're wondering.
I'm gonna just start over. It made me get a clearer understanding of what I'm gonna do when I get out of high school or while I'm still in high school.
And do you think your friends could benefit this?
Yeah.
Well, she believes that it did fit her. I think she like became more conscious about like possible career choices in college. Possible career choices that really got on my nose. Like,
They're really over here doing the most. Like
we want me on the show. Like, no, I don't.
See, what's about to happen is you're about to die in a second.
Yeah, we do this all the time. But yeah, that was my hope, was to like get people to like understand their passion, but especially people of color, women of color, because like it seemed like we the last one to get that chance, because like a bunch of stereotypes believe that we're supposed to be one type of female or go into this other person. Like, we have stages, so I thought this was the perfect intro of the season to like give us that opening, give us that freedom to like learn who we are. And as you saw, we both have like different likes and passions for our future. We have different callings. Even though we both are artistic, we have different things we like to do. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely like and subscribe to the channel, because soon there'll be a second season during the springtime of next year, and I have great hopes that you guys will want to tune in for those episodes as well. So definitely subscribe right now, and if you like this video, like it and share it with your friends, share it with your siblings, your cousins, mom, dad, even male counterparts. Kings, you're definitely welcome, and this is definitely for our queens and goddesses, because we need to lift ourselves up, and if we're not lifting ourselves up, who really lifting this up? We have enough males talking for us. We can do it ourselves. So, so Aphrodite Kingdom, we got a final question for you, and that is, have you made a vision board before? If you have, what did you include into yours? Do you think yours need updating while we're in a pandemic and like we're now facing a new reality that probably wasn't fitting for our previous vision board as me and Khiya's? And what do you think you're gonna put in it? Definitely like, I would say definitely like. definitely comment all the things, your 3 things you're gonna like for goals. And like we mentioned, like don't have more than 10 because like then it get overwhelming, and like even though it's a lot that you can do in 1 year, you gotta be realistic and make smart goals. If you need to remember what those are, definitely click the link that I'm gonna put in the comment section so you guys can like check it out for yourselves and get an understanding, and show your pictures of your vision boards and hashtag Afro Kingdom. And so I can see it, because I don't want to see everybody's vision board, and I wish I've been doing this season. Well, it's time to say goodbye.